I would like to know about the air pollution thing has been like decreasing, and we have observed over the past 3 years during this Diwali time we are facing a lot more smog problem than ever before. What do you have to say about this air pollution thing right now in Delhi and over the past 3 years? How do you see this?
So right now what we can see is the air quality is deteriorating, has started to deteriorate over Delhi and NCR as well. So the air quality usually during this time when the stubble burning is at its peak, and especially during the end of October when the stubble burning would be happening at its max. So then the pollution levels goes to severe category and severe plus category, that is emergency category. So yeah, the air quality has started to decrease, and this time as compared to the last year, what we see is that the air quality, due to certain steps that have been taken place by the Supreme Court through EPCA, so we can see that pollution levels have started to improve a little. But then it has not shown a major effect on the quality of air. It's also because the number of stations, the monitoring stations over Delhi and NCR has increased. Earlier in 2015, when we saw that there were only 4 stations that was monitoring the air quality of Delhi. But right now there are 40 stations spread over Delhi and NCR that are monitoring the Delhi's air. So it's giving us a wider aspect, and it's giving a better idea that how different areas are reacting to seeing the different kinds of level of the pollutions.
Shambhavi, if I may ask you, what are the figures for the last 3 years of this Delhi air pollution index, the level which if our viewers would like to know, has there been any improvement? What are the figures? Will you please share with us?
So this time for October, if I start, so right now what I have seen is that the last year the PM 2.5 levels were around 4% in severe category, and right now there hasn't been a single day which has gone into severe category.
Okay.
So there are number of days in very poor as well as poor category. So very poor, it's 54% last year, and this time it has gone down to 42%.
Okay.
But then that days has shifted to the poor category now.
Okay.
The number of days in poor category has increased.
Okay.
So yes, we can see a little bit of betterment that has happened, a little bit of the improvement has happened, but then the improvement is not much, and it's not as at a fast pace right now.
So will you please share the last 3 years data if you have with yourself?
So
particularly for these 3 months.
So yeah, what I told
October,
you right now, that how the levels have changed. So in the previous year, that is in 2016, it was much worse, because in 2016 we have seen the first smog episode that has happened, and the levels went beyond 1000 also.
Alright.
So the number of days which are in different categories has been decreasing over the time. So from 54% to 42% this year, and further what we can see is there would be a decrease, but then the issue this time is that last year Diwali was on 19th October. That was before the stubble burning was at its peak. And this time the Diwali is happening at the same time of the smog episode of the last year. So there is a possibility that Diwali, along with the meteorological parameters, will lead to an increase of pollution levels over Delhi.
Okay. So I would like to ask you that the emergency action plan that has been charted by the government, has there been any impact of it in reducing the air pollution level in Delhi? How do you see that?
So last year in 2017, when the Graded Response Action Plan was notified and it got implemented over the last winter time, so the very poor category, the actions that are listed over in the very poor category has been implemented from 15th of October, and it will go up to 15th of March. So there are multiple actions that have happened. So the Badalpur power plant, that is the only the power plant that was running on coal, has been shut in Delhi. And the diesel gensets are closed in Delhi. They are not operating right now. The brick kilns have shifted to zigzag. The brick kilns that are not on zigzag have been shut. And there are multiple actions that has happened because of this Graded Response Action Plan. So there is a slight improvement. There is a shifting of days from severe to very poor category this year. But then a major impact has to happen in the future.